Hi, I'm David Stein, President and CEO of Kuya Silver. In this short video, I'm going to talk to you more about our production growth strategy and try and touch on some details that we are not able to get into in our regular corporate presentation. So it's my hope that I'll be able to record a number of these videos and provide little tidbits of detailed information that is helpful for investors as they look at our exciting growth story. And I hope you become a part of it with me. Now, before I go into the presentation, I would like to draw your attention to our important notices. I will be making forward-looking statements, and I would encourage you to look at this slide. It's in our corporate presentation, which you can download from our website and spend as much time reading it as you would like. Okay, big picture, we've got two projects, two amazing district-scale silver, high-grade silver projects, one in Peru, Bethania, our other one, Silver Kings in Northern Ontario. Silver Kings, as some of you may know, we've had some of the world's highest grade and best silver drill holes in the last few years there. It's earlier stage. We're still in early days exploring that. And I'm going to spend most of this video talking about Bethania. Bethania is our opportunity to get into production immediately. We're going to be in production there in the next few months, and that is a game changer for any company, especially us. Now, we have been a public company for 3.5 years now, and initially, we were going to build our own mill. We still intend to do that, but a lot of things have changed since then. The market has been a lot more challenging in terms of raising capital. And let's face it, interest rates have gone up, meaning the risk-free rate has gone up a lot since 2020. And that affects the cost of capital for all companies in all businesses, including us. So we've had to accept that. And we're fortunate that we're not trapped into one strategy. We've been able to pivot and get into production earlier by toll milling. I'll talk a bit about that. Now, big picture though, what we want to do is we want to grow, we want to start production and then grow organically and through acquisition over time. And we're really following in the footsteps of many successful silver companies that started in the early 2000s and grew into multi-billion-dollar success stories that way. There's even some more recent companies that have been successful with small production and then growing, both examples in gold and silver, and growing into billion-dollar plus market cap companies by showing good exploration, showing the market that they're going to grow production because they've got a bigger resource there, because they've had exploration success. And that's exactly what we can do with Bethania. So we start production very soon here. We're going to ramp up over the next year to an initial rate that would give us over 1 million ounces of production. Now, at the cost we're expecting, that will be meaningful cash flow. That's really important. That cash flow then, in number 2 here, we can reinvest into our own exploration that then will grow our resources, and we already have all the targets that we need for many, many years of drilling and much, much bigger resources. So I encourage you to look at our other presentations for that. Now, once you have the resource base grown, you can look at then doing production expansion. And expansions are always much more accretive than building the mine in the first place. Because when you expand, you can do so while you're already generating cash flow. So instead of burning cash for a year, year and a half, whatever it takes, however long it takes you to get into production, you can actually do that while you're still making money. And that's why production expansions are a really great way to accrete value to shareholders. Then you can go, once you do that, you're still making even more money now. Now you have to go back and look at, okay, what's next? Well, you can expand again, or go back to number 2 and build your next mine number 2. And that could be for Silver Kings for us. Certainly that's our plan. So this is a modified version of our dual track. And for those of you who've seen our presentation before, we've been talking about this for a long time. We can create value both through production and exploration. Most juniors out there, 90+% of them, only have the exploration track. And they're sort of locked into that. They have to keep issuing shares because that's the only way of funding themselves. We are about to transition into having production. And as I said before, we expect to have some meaningful cash flow by the end of this year. Now, if you look at our production track, we're looking at initial production from toll milling. That allows us, there are lots of mills in the area close enough to us that it makes sense. And this allows us then to defer construction of a plant. And when we do decide to build that plant in the next year or two, which by the way is already permitted, we can do so in a position where we're already generating cash flow. So we don't have to halt production. We don't have to, sort of sit and burn G&A dollars while we build something out somewhere. We can do that while we're making money. That's really, that puts our shareholders in a much, much better position than building a mine in the first place from sort of a dead stop. Once we are in production, or once we build our plant, then, as I said in the last slide, we can then look at our exploration to drive expansion, much as some of our peers, some of our bigger billion-dollar-plus peers have done over the last few years. We have the exact same opportunity. And with a $30 to $40 million market cap today, you're looking at massive potential valuation upside for shareholders if we can make that jump from 30 to $1 billion. And what's the difference? It's production. Production is the key to getting you to those higher valuations. We already have the targets to start that mine, to start expanding without leaving our original mining concession. Then we can go to satellite targets like Tito PH, which we just discovered, Carmelitas, which we really are excited about as well. There's 2 different vein zones there, and expand, maybe a few hundred tons from this one, maybe a few hundred tons from this one, and start building our tonnage up to expand production again. Now, at some point, when we're happy with how big Bethania is, we look at building Silver Kings. And by then, we will have done a few more years of exploration at Silver Kings. We should be ready to look at production there. And, again, the grade we expect is going to be so high there that only a few hundred tons per day can produce millions of ounces of silver. And that's a meaningful silver producer anywhere in the world. So that is our strategy to get into production, to start making money, and then to grow organically. If we have opportunities to buy other assets at the time, we'll be able to do so from a position of strength, which again puts our shareholders in a really great position. If anybody wants to talk about strategy, capital allocation, or any of these topics that I've touched on today, debate me on any of our decisions, I encourage you to contact us. I would be happy to do it. I really, really feel strongly that we've got ourselves on the right path here, and I would be happy to go into more details at any time and convince you to become a shareholder if you're not already. So please take advantage of that. Otherwise, I look forward to talking with you in the future, watching our videos. Get on www.kuyasilver.com and get all the information you need to make your investment decision. Thanks again.